Hello everybody, what is up? It's Missy Doobop here, and today I'll be making regional variants for Teddiursa and Ursaring. This idea came from this comment that had the idea of a dark type Ursaring and Teddiursa with a black body, and Ursaring's stomach design is a crescent moon shape. I love this idea and I wanted to give it a try, so here we are. Thank you so much for this person who shared this idea. I hope I created a regional form that you like. If you have any ideas for a regional form, feel free to let me know down below in the comment section, or any Fakemon ideas. I'd love to hear them. Anyway, we'll jump right into it, but first, I wanted to apologize that this video is a little late. I try to upload every Tuesday and Friday, but that does not usually happen. So I usually do try to get one video out a week at least though. I'm really sorry that it took me a while to get this video out, but enough of that, let's jump right into this regional variant. Before I sat down to start drawing this regional variant, I knew I was going to need to do some research. My favorite thing. I decided that I would be taking a lot of inspiration from the American black bear, since this commenter wants the Pokemon to be of dark type, and black bears are typically darker in color. Ursaring seems to be based more off a grizzly bear from what I can tell with the body shape and such, so I did some quick research and came across some info from a Wikipedia article that really sealed the deal about this black bear. They may be active at any time of day or night, although they mainly forage by night. American black bears living near human habitations tend to be more extensively nocturnal, while those living near brown bears tend to be more often diurnal. So these bears are typically, at least most of the time, some of the time, I don't know, nocturnal. After pulling up some pictures and doing a little bit more reading, I jumped right into the drawing stage. I started off with Teddiursa. The first thing I needed to do was try to draw the basic silhouette of a bear cub. I tried a few different poses. I tried one that I thought would be cute, where it's grabbing its feet and doing like a back roll type thing. That was a little too advanced for me though, even after a couple different tries, so I knew I was going to have to simplify the pose. I decided it would just be sitting there like a good little bear cub. I know these don't look very bear-like, but if there's anything I learned from making this video for you guys, it's that I kinda stink at drawing bears. Anyway though, after I had a better idea of what to do for the pose, I pulled up a picture of Teddiursa so I could try to figure out how to get this regional form to still have the same body shape as the OG form. I worked on making sure I kept everything nice and round as I drew the head, ears, and face. I kept everything pretty much the same in this version, just trying to get some practice in. I drew one of the paws still holding onto its foot, but not, rolling backwards, just sitting there peacefully. And I decided to have one paw outstretched, maybe like reaching for the stars above. It was way too lanky though, so I made a note of that and moved on. I started again, getting ready to make some changes. The first thing I did was try to make the ears not so round, because if you look at black bear cubs' ears, they're not actually very circular shaped. I did the face and then the little moon pattern, turning it a little bit just to add some spice. After I did this, I had an idea. This little turned moon kind of thingy looked like a cliche armor piece of a samurai, the little head armor dress thing, this part. I decided right then and there that the regional variant of Ursaring would take heavy inspiration from these cliche samurai. I worked more on the body shape of this Teddiursa, but I was, take a guess, struggling, as I usually do. I changed up the other hand so it was holding onto the foot and not really stretching out, because it just looked too lanky and it just didn't look right. I then tried to work on incorporating the dark type more into this Pokemon. I really wanted to incorporate stars into the design, taking inspiration from the constellations Ursa Minor and Ursa Major. So I tried to add an underbelly type shape that would look like the bottom of a diamond-shaped star under the chin. And I worked on some more details and then added the roundness back to the ears. It just didn't look quite right without it. After adding some more details and really trying to fix the body shape again, I tried to incorporate some more of the samurai aspects into this regional form. Samurai typically have these like leg armor pieces that are held up with like a knotted belt thing. I thought I would give the impression of having this belt by adding a stripe to Teddiursa's like stomach area and then adding a little ball of a tail to act as a knot. I didn't want to do anything else to the design in fear of overcomplicating it. So I decided that I was ready for the final version. How about we go ahead and take a look at that? And here is the final version of the Teddiursa regional form, the Ursa Minor Pokemon. Teddiursa love to look at the stars with their friends. The yellower parts of their bodies glow brightly under full moons, which helps them find each other in lush forests. They have star-like spots that glow brighter the happier they are. Because of this, the star spots are almost always visible, especially when they find a sweet treat. I am absolutely in love with this Pokemon. I would protect it with my life. It is like a child to me now. What do you think of it? Let me know down below in the comment section. Would you take it with you on your adventure in some made-up region? I don't think I'll be including this regional form in my Fakemon region. Maybe, but it just doesn't really fit. Maybe I'll make another one someday and it can fit there. I know it's more purple than black, so sorry to that commenter, but I wanted to take a purple approach because I thought it contrasted with the orangeness of the normal Teddiursa and just really encapsulated, is that a word? The character and mood of this Pokemon. Let's move on to this Pokemon's evolution. And now it's time to make Ursaring's regional variant form. I'm gonna be honest and tell you that as of recording this, I haven't made the final digital versions yet. I really don't like how this Ursaring looks on the paper, so I'm really hoping I managed to fix it even a little bit with the digital version. I really can't draw bears, so we'll have to see how this went. But anyway, I have some bad news. I filmed all of it, all of me drawing this Fakemon regional form. But of course, my camera totally lost it. I get it, we all have rough days, so I can't be too mad. It's kind of horrendous to watch back, and it gives me a headache to even try to watch it. I don't know how to describe this, so just let me show you. These parts playing right now are the worst bits. Very headache prone, eh? I don't even know what's happening. It's like bent, like I couldn't decide if it wanted to be wide or skinny. It's really weird. And these parts here that are playing now are the best parts. That's when it's the least, whatever's going on. And it's still horrible to watch. So here's what I think I'm gonna do. You can watch me work on the digital final version while I explain how I made the traditional drafting phase. If there's any footage that's, even slightly decent, I'll insert it so you guys have more of an idea of what's going on. I'm sorry if it gets a little confusing, but I don't really know what I can do to fix this. So, the first thing I did was pull up some reference images of the American black bear and try to figure out how to draw a bear standing on its hind legs. I put a moon crescent shape on its belly because that's what this commenter suggested. I just need to get an idea of where I wanted it to be. I then added the crescent shape onto its head and extended it so that it resembled the samurai helmet thingy. I tried to work on a helmet shape, but oh man, this was hard. I worked some more on the designs and the patterns, just adding stars and stuff like that, and I just did some really small design changes here and there, like the belt shape, but I wasn't liking this, so I wasn't even really trying. I started one more time, hopefully making it look more like a bear this time. I made it less slender, because I wanted it to still look like Ursaring and look less humanoid. I did a quick face and then made the basic shape of a bear's body. I wanted it to be shaped a bit like a pear. I then changed up the front paws a bit so they resembled the pose of traditional Ursaring. I then spent the next few minutes struggling with the legs, gave up, and then decided to focus on the patterns for a little bit. I tried a few things to try to resemble a cliché samurai armor set, and then drew the moon design. I then spent some more time looking at pictures of samurais so I could try to figure out what to do with the leg armor thingy. I decided that this armor would actually be its skin. It's kind of gross, I know. But yeah, it's just got flabs of rough skin hanging around, protecting it from danger. Kind of like Mr. Mime's skin. It's gross, I know. Anyway though, I worked on the legs for a little bit and was really struggling. At this point, I was getting some pretty intense artist's block and therefore was taking tons of shortcuts and not really trying my best. I really should have just taken a break and maybe started again the next day, but I was determined to finish this. I started over one more time, but I don't like how this one looks at all, and I really didn't do anything different. So I don't really feel the need to show it to you guys. I will show you this part though, where I decided to try shoulder pads, and I quite like this addition, and knew I would be, keeping it and doing it in the final digital version. Sorry that there wasn't that much explaining for this one, yeah. Let's see if I could manage to turn this big mess into something successful. And here is Ursaring's final regional form, Ursa Major Pokemon. Ursaring are very territorial. They mark their territory by scratching trees with their own unique marking. They still have the star spots, but these spots are almost never visible anymore, as these Pokemon aren't as joyful now that they've grown up. They get upset when they find other Ursaring taking food from their territory and will plan fights during the late night so they don't accidentally hurt other Pokemon. It is a dark fighting type now that it has evolved. I know that isn't dark like the commenter's idea, I'm sorry about that, but I really wanted to incorporate the dark type because of the samurai inspiration. And speaking of the samurai inspiration, this little leg armor piece thing was so hard to get to look right, but it's okay. What do you think of this Pokemon? Feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. And with that, it's time to wrap this up. So, what do you think of these regional forms? I had a lot of fun making them, even with all the issues I was having. Would you take this form of Teddiursa and Ursaring with you on your journey around the Pokemon world? Let me know down below in the comment section. Once again, a huge thanks to the person who commented this idea. I hope I managed to create a Fakemon you enjoyed. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like. It's the thumbs up down below the video. If you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe to the channel. At the time of recording this, we're almost at 200 subscribers, which is crazy, and thank you all so much. I gotta head out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having an amazing day. This is Missy Dupop, signing off. See you guys next time.